Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 431, The Ticking Clock. Intermediate. The sun beat down on Corporal Jackson's back as he knelt beside the dusty road. Sweat trickled down his forehead, blurring the inscription on his dog tag. Jackson, J-E-O-D. It stood for Explosive Ordnance Disposal, a job title that often felt like a death sentence. He took a deep breath, the air thick with the scent of scorched earth and fear. Just a few hours ago, a farmer had stumbled upon the device while tilling his land. Now Jackson was tasked with defusing it. It looked like a rusty metal cylinder, haphazardly wired with a tangle of red and blue wires. It was just the kind of thing that could blow his whole world to pieces. He reached into his bag, carefully selecting the tools he needed: wire cutters, a multimeter, and a small detonator. His hands, despite their tremor, moved with the practiced precision of a surgeon. This was the moment he'd been training for, his heart a frantic drum against his ribs. Every second felt like a lifetime. "Jackson, do you copy? We're getting reports of another device in the village. You need to move it," crackled the voice of Sergeant Davies through his headset. Jackson swallowed. "Roger that, Sergeant. I'm on it." He glanced at the ticking clock on his wrist, a visual reminder of the precious time slipping away. He had to work quickly, but with the utmost care. One wrong move, one miscalculation, and everything would end in a flash of fire. He carefully inspected the wires, identifying the detonator wire. He snipped it with his wire cutters, a silent prayer escaping his lips. The device, for a terrifying moment, remained inert. He held his breath, his heart threatening to burst from his chest. Then a click. The device began to beep, its internal mechanism ticking down the seconds until detonation. Jackson's mind raced, searching for the next step. He had to cut the right wire, but there were so many, all indistinguishable. Suddenly he noticed a faint flicker of light emanating from one of the wires. He knew instantly it was the power source, the one that was powering the ticking mechanism. He grabbed the wire cutters and cut it with a quick, decisive movement. The beeping stopped. The device, now silent and harmless, lay on the ground. Jackson let out a breath he hadn't realized he was holding. He felt a wave of relief wash over him, a sensation so powerful that it brought tears to his eyes. He stood, muscles aching from the long hours spent kneeling. He checked the device once more, making sure it was truly deactivated. He contacted Sergeant Davis, reporting his success. "Good work, Jackson," came the reply, followed by a sigh of relief. "Get back to the base safely." Jackson packed his tools, feeling a deep sense of gratitude for being alive. He looked down at the device, a silent reminder of the fragility of life. He knew he would face more bombs, more ticking clocks, but for now he could breathe again. He was alive, and that was all that mattered. He turned and walked back to his jeep, leaving behind the ghost of a bomb and the echoing silence of a life saved. Vocabulary notes. Inscription. A word or phrase carved or written on a surface. Example. It stood for Explosive Ordnance Disposal, a job title that often felt like a death sentence. He took a deep breath, the air thick with the scent of scorched earth and fear. Similar words. Engraving, etching, carving, lettering. Haphazard. Lacking any order or plan, random. Example, it looked like a rusty metal cylinder, haphazardly wired with a tangle of red and blue wires. Similar words, chaotic, disorderly, jumbled, unorganized. Inert, not moving or active, motionless. Example, the device for a terrifying moment remained inert. Similar words, inactive, still, lifeless, dormant. Indistinguishable, so alike that it is impossible to tell the difference. Example, he had to cut the right wire, but there are so many, all indistinguishable. Similar words, identical, alike, similar, indistinguishable. Emanating, to come out from a source. Example, suddenly he noticed a faint flicker of light emanating from one of the wires. Similar words, originating, radiating, flowing, spreading. Decisive, showing firmness and resolution, determined. Example, he grabbed the wire cutters and cut it with a quick, decisive movement. Similar words, firm, resolute, determined, unwavering. Fragility, the quality of being easily broken or damaged. Example, he looked down at the device, a silent reminder of the fragility of life. Similar words, delicate, brittle, weak, vulnerable. Story written by Gemini 1.5 Flash AI. Image created by Flux, Schnell, Black Forest Labs AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.